It's quite a month ago that we appointed you for the position as head coach in Fremad Amager, and at that point there was a lot of fans from Scotland, England, and I think a couple of ones from Germany as well, from your time in Schalke. So Peter, before we start the season here tomorrow night against Helsingør, we'll do an interview in Danish, and we'll have one in English as well, so people can follow up on your first month here. How's everything?
Yeah, it's been very good. I've been very excited to be in this managing job, and I really appreciate the opportunity. And I think we had a really good start. To be fair, if you take the results away, from where we came from the first game to where we are now, it's a huge difference. And I can see the attitude in the boys and the players. They've really changed the way they want to do. They've adapted to the way I want to play, and the intensity I want to play at. They've started to understand that now. Of course, it took a wee bit of getting used to, and we are getting there now. And I think we take the last game against Lyngby where we played a fantastic 60 minutes. It was really, really positive, and there's a lot of things to take from that game. So I've came a long way from when we came in from the start till where we are now, and now it's getting exciting because first the league game's coming up. Playing for points is always so much more fun. So I'm really looking forward to get started.
As you just said, the first 60 minutes against Lyngby, the last friendly of the season here before we start the official games, you were very satisfied. What were you mostly satisfied about due to the first 60 minutes?
Yeah, but first of all, lose the game and that's not good. That's not positive, of course. But take the result away in that way and we're losing 2-0. There was so many good things. The first 60 minutes, like we talked about, we were outstanding, and we were playing against a team that are coming from the Super League, and now also going to be pushing the season to go back up for promotion. So it's very important for us to get a good result in that. And if you take our overall performance, especially the first 60 minutes, we dominated them, and everybody has been afterwards commenting on it and seeing how much ball possession we had. We dominated them in ball possession. We pressed them really high up in the pitch where they couldn't play their game to play out. And we were very calm and collective in possession of our own. But the intensity we played at, the understanding of the players was so good, and there was so much positive to take from it. Of course, afterwards, where we started making substitutions, they made a substitution. They kept the level. We dropped a little bit, and two personal mistakes kind of cost us the game. We missed a penalty as well to go 1-0 up. So had we scored that, it would probably been a different game as well. But the two personal mistakes, that can happen in football, and missed penalties can happen in football. It's how you then react to it, and they got the result, in the end. But I will take the positive from all the stuff that we did in the beginning, to the build-up, to the pressure, to the intensity, and all these things, and take with me to this week. So it's been a lot of positive to take from that game.
And now we're talking about that game. Let's talk a little about the players that's been brought in the last couple of weeks. What are they bringing to the system and the way you want to play?
I'm just really pleased with the way they've settled in. They've really came in and settled in really well in the changing room, but also on the pitch. They understand what I want from them, what we've been working on. Some of them have come in later than others, so it always takes a wee bit of a tuning in and a little bit of time for them to get used to the way where some of them were here from the beginning, and they get, of course, a little bit longer weeks to understand the system and the way we want to play it. But the ones who came in late on had really, really stepped up and learned quickly how we want to do things, and really listen. And a lot of young players as well, but got a couple of experienced new ones as well. But especially the younger ones, I'm really proud of the way they've opened their eyes and ears to the way we want to do things, and they seem very professional at what they're doing. So there's a lot of positive to take from it.
And as the last part, Peter, let's talk a little about the first game of the season, Helsingør. You've been there for a month, and I know that you've been prepared just much as you can, 24 hours a day, getting prepared for this one. What kind of a team are we playing against tomorrow?
They're a very good team. They play very aggressive, especially the first 10-15 minutes. They're very aggressive in their press and how they play and the intensity they play at. So we've looked into that, and we've had a good analysis on their team as well. We got former players of theirs as well to give us a wee bit of an insight. But also their counter-attack play, how they play from when they win the ball, how quickly they do in a counter-attacks, is something that they're very good at and very dangerous on, that we need to be switched on and be worked on, so we don't get caught out in these situations. But they're a very tough team, and they had a very good season last season, I thought. So it's going to be a very, very tough game for us.